real, raw truth about money. The truth about money is that you need it. Plain and simple. Elite Perspectives Part 2, Deluxe Edition.
There's so many young entrepreneurs, you know this through your coaching, that have been following what their parents want them to do, or following what their siblings have done, or following what their friends are doing, as opposed to actually like looking inside and saying, what is it that I want to do? And I'll tell you what, it's scary doing things differently than all your friends and parents. You know, I've lost so many friends from college along the way because I didn't stick around with them and do the same things that they were doing. Yep. I went and did my own thing, and I'd still try to reach out and be in touch with them, and they'd just stop talking to me. And I was like, why do my friends not want to hang out with me or talk to me anymore? And I realized it's because I was leaving the pack. So I think that fear of like losing relationships is a big one, because we were born to connect. And when we built relationships and vulnerable with people that we are friends with and family, and when they leave us, you know, or then they start to distance themselves from us because we're not doing what they want us to do, it is freaking scary, man. No one wants to be alone. No one wants to be not accepted. We didn't show up here to be like, okay, I'm going to create something so people don't accept me. Connect with the people who you will please and serve them in a bigger way, and always give your best. But, you know, the biggest leaders in the world either have half the world for them or half the world against them. I think of Martin Luther King. It's like he had half the world hating him, like more so than everyone else, and then half the world like supporting him and loving him. The more clear we are on our dreams and our passion, our mission, the more we're going to be separating people that love us and hate us.
I decided, I'm going to change my game, and that meant I had to get an education. I'm a real education, not a school education, and I had to get around hitters and players and guys who are making moves, and not just my old friends. I don't want to grow up and be average. And I think there was just this, at that moment, and I think everybody has this, you know how much potential you have. Every individual knows. It's what gets you up in the morning. It's like, man, it's what inspires you when you watch some film and you see you see LeBron flying through the air, you know, and dunking the ball. You're like, oh my God. I think it's not that you want to be a basketball player, but that you see greatness. We recognize greatness in others. And it's a spark or a moment or a reflection of, oh wow, man, I have some greatness in me too. And that grinding kind of reminder, you know, you either surrender to it and say, okay, I'm just going to I'm going to be a spectator. Or for those of you listening today, you're probably those guys and gals that are like, okay, I can't sit on the sidelines. I have to be in the game.
So if it's task completion, let's say you have a series of tasks that you need to do, and all tasks can be ordered by priority. There's one task that's more important. There's a second task that's second more important. Our conversation right now is my number one concern in life, all right? I have lots of other things to do, but they're 2, 3, and 4. So then what you do is, if task completion is the most important thing, then the most important task is the most important thing to complete. This, by the way, has been a secret for success, for becoming wealthy, going back more than 100 years, is identifying your most important task and completing that task. Positive addiction to endorphins. And endorphins are drugs produced by the brain that make you feel happy, and they make you feel positive, and they make you feel genial and personable, and they give you energy, and they strengthen your immune system, and you can only get endorphins when you do something that is life-enhancing. And completing important tasks is one of the most life-enhancing things you can do. So you can actually get yourself addicted to success. And this is the way that top people do it. They get themselves addicted to this feeling of productivity from the first thing in the morning. And they don't let themselves off the hook, and they don't waste time checking email and sending messages until they're on top of their major tasks.
Society has a preordained script, and you're supposed to follow the script. The script says you're supposed to go to school. The script says this, the script says that, and people blindly follow the script without actually asking, why are they following it, and why are they doing it this way? And, you know, I don't want to sound like conspiracy theorist here, but there is an agenda working here to get kids into college, to get them saddled with hundreds of thousands of dollars in debt, and get them into the system that unburdens them to a job and a consumptious lifestyle where you're always consuming something, and it's really part of the game. It's part of the game is realizing that there is a game afoot. And it's not that you want to play the game, you want to learn how to serve the game.
And if you don't know how to get it, then you need to learn how. Self-made people, entrepreneurs, freelancers, hustlers, etc., are not the majority. It's more than likely that those people only account for about 20 to 30% of the population. Everyone else should stop being influenced by the media and the societal push to make people feel like they need to be quote-unquote self-made. It's a fallacy, a facade, a fantasy, and quite frankly, it's fucking hard. Stop trying to impress the Joneses and follow the crowd. Don't let the internet convince you that you need to be a self-made person. What the fuck is self-made anyway? It's a made-up word. Everyone makes himself, so everyone's self-made. It's just a bunch of machismo bravado shit. In my opinion, someone who secures good employment with good pay and room for growth is just as, quote, self-made as the person killing themselves to make sales and find business and build something from the ground up by themselves and struggling while doing so. You know the type. Always busy, always hustling, thinking that they're cool because they're, quote, busy. They don't have a job. They own one. Let me tell you, it's all fake. Self-employment is not all it's hyped up to be. It's really not. I know. The ups and the downs, the broke periods, and the uncertainty are stressful. If you make it, then it was worth it. But if you don't, well then. And most people don't. 9 out of 10 businesses fail within 5 years, and then 9 out of the 10 that made it past 5 years fail within 10. Those odds suck. The truth is that what you really want is freedom, not money. Money doesn't make you happy. Freedom does. But in order to attain freedom, you can't be a slave to your work, which is what most self-made people are. It is my opinion that it is much smarter to teach yourself a valuable skill that you can then bring to the market and offer to a company that will pay you well for that skill. Side note, it's a statistical fact that most entrepreneurs don't even make more than $75K a year. And everyone's telling you how great it is and how you should pursue the long nights, early mornings, and fucking stress that comes along with it. It's not. It's much smarter to learn a skill that can bring you that amount and more without having to own the work. Just go in, leave, and enjoy your fucking life. That's freedom. So that was a bit of a rant because I hate the hustle culture. I hate that it glorifies the life. It's like if drug dealers glorified selling drugs to kids and everyone was allowing it. That's what I feel like is going on. But anyway, here's where the article was supposed to begin. You have to invest in yourself in some way, shape, or form to increase your ability to secure a stable financial situation in life. A stable foundation is a bedrock that can be used to grow upon. You can't erect a skyscraper on clay. It's hard to believe in the higher things unless your basic needs are being met. Today's society, which has been built mainly within the past 30 years, is not really set up for you to be secured financially or financially independent. Because if you were, you'd be able to use your mind, power, and will in the direction of something other than money. And that can't happen if people intend to maintain control. If you intend to control the people, you control their resources. So if you want to regain your power, you must regain your ability to secure your resources. And 2, you have to secure stable and secure employment for yourself. One of the fastest growing industries is the clean energy industry. The clean energy industry is breaking norms with the opportunities it's providing for all participants, not just the corporate execs or shareholders. The clean energy revolution will be an equitable revolution that will serve all who are involved in it. No discrimination against race, creed, gender, sexuality, or anything else. If you're in a position where you're looking for something secure, some bedrock, to start building yourself, then look no further than clean energy. If you want to secure a more independent future for yourself, look no further than the Industrial Revolution 2.0, aka the Green Revolution. Now, let's get to some actionable steps. What are some things you can do to begin down the journey of your new and exciting clean energy career? Let me tell you, I'm now going to go over some opportunities, resources, programs, etc. that you can pursue to begin your clean energy career. Click this link to move forward. Until next time, peace.